Okay, here we go again. Yeah, it's a interesting day because today I'm about to try out Figma Sites. I want to play around with it. I want to try stuff with it. It's exciting. It's a new tool. You probably already know because you clicked this video that Figma launched their Figma Sites and all the other stuff in Figma Config. The link to the actual keynote is down below. But today I'm gonna play around with it. If you're not watching live, check out the timestamps. There might be some chapters that interest you more than most. I'm just gonna check that everything is fine with the stream, and then I'm gonna get to it. So yeah, everything seems fine. And hopefully there are some questions if you're watching live, even if you're not, just put them in the comments and I'll message you back or comment. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. So when we're in Figma, I already started one project, but I realized that when you're in Figma and you try to create a new site from the menu, there are no options for that in this blue button. But when you open a new tab, there is sites and buzz. I don't even know what the buzz is. I'm all about the site thing. So we're gonna start with that. Okay, explore. We have templates. Should we go with the template or blank slate? Probably blank slate. Yeah. I'm just gonna check out the templates. Are there anything special here? And as I said, I already tried this bit yesterday. And yeah, the experience seems fine, but the code is not on par. So we're gonna check that. But I will not use a template. Let's rename this. Yeah, there might be a typo. Don't butcher me from that, because you probably already know that I'm not a native. And you also know that this is going to be quite slow paced. I'm just going to try out stuff. I do not know everything that is in here. So yeah, I might do some stupid things. Let me know in the comments, in the chat, if if you know better. We have a home, we have layers, desktop, mobile. Okay, those are kind of like different layers. And we have a primary layer and a play button. There's a plus. Oh, we could add a custom. That's interesting. Let's see, there's a plus button, pages, navigation, heroes. Okay, let's start with one of these. Features, embeds. Yeah, the one feature was that you can like build was it somehow related to React components? You can build it with Figma Make, maybe. But anyway, I will just have to do something with this. So let's start with that. Okay, I need to drag that in. Okay, I managed to do it twice. Yeah, bold headline that delivers. Okay, what about if I now add a tablet? So yeah, it adds the tablet. I want to see the layers. Yeah, okay, there's the hero. If I try, yeah, it updates them throughout the, oh, what are those? Screen sizes. There's buttons. Okay. Those are just layers. Link. I can add a link to a button. Yeah, that's a good thing. Home. Okay. What if I want to add a external link? Yeah, you can paste a link. Yeah. Silly me. So yeah, and there are interactions. I do not go through them yet, but I'm just gonna add some stuff here. Navigation is of course important. Let's add that one. Yeah, that should be floating on top of the hero features. Let's add a couple of features. Here we go. And of course, the main selling point is that you probably do not use these ready-made things, and you just import them from your Figma design. Let's add a couple more. And I want to add a footer. For some reason it's in the navigation. Yeah, no, in theory it is a navigation. But why are you there? Here we go. Okay, let's see. If I want to edit this, header menu, secondary, there's the logo, buttons, let's add a couple more. Where are the buttons in here? Just asking. Oh, there should be some sort of hamburger menu. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, there's a primary screen size, so I believe whatever we put in here will somehow trickle down to the other screen sizes. So there's no fill, layout guide, accessibility. Okay, what is? Oh yeah, there's tags and. Oh, this is interesting. So yeah, you can change the tag, the sections, main, header, footer. Okay, that's a good thing. That was not what I was about to do. There's positioning. Okay. Yeah, now it's absolute fixed. Sticky. Let's preview. Yeah, now it's sticky. It's quite good. That is not that good. Yeah, it overlays. Okay, let's go back. Let's make a change here. No, it's that one. Okay, there's a fixed height, obviously. For what reason, I'm not sure. So yeah, those were not like connected in any way. So I made changes to the tablet and the mobile did not change. So the values are not inherited. Like for example in Webflow. What next? The thing with the positioning, if I want to make it absolute, okay, now it does not go back there. I'm wondering how I like change the Z index. So there's length. What is this? Top constraint. Oh yeah. These do not probably have anything to do with the positioning. Well, like positioning as in CSS attribute. Okay, let's go with the fixed. And I'm gonna make little changes here and there. We need an image here, so let's search for an image. It's of course an app. Oh yeah, there are not like screenshots of an UI, of course. I'm gonna Google and then I'm just gonna make my own screenshot if that does not work. Nah, I'm not gonna use those. And I'm not gonna use my own. So I'm just gonna upload a huge image from Unsplash, the biggest original size, yeah. Because I want to test if I put a 3 megabyte image in here and the Figma, will it like publish it in this the same image file, and will it do some sort of compression or optimizations? There's the image. Upload. Not that one. That one. There's some effects right there. What's the accessibility? Yeah, alt text. How about the headlines? Accessibility, can I tag? If I want it to be, oh, here we go. H1, okay. H2, this is a bit hidden, I feel. How about this? These, there are no, like, in these template sections, there are no headers or nothing. Could I use a button tag? No. A link tag? Will it become a link if I have a link? Just gonna paste some link here. Open in a new tab. Okay, there I can try it out. Yeah, this is really exciting. I do not think that this is ready yet. Of course, it's in beta, but I wanna publish this and see what the code is like. So there's a site title. I can just click publish, so it would give me some sort of test domain. Not published, no issues. Okay, let's just press publish. Okay, connect domain, there's my site. Yeah, it opened it on the wrong window. I'm gonna copy it. I guess I did not copy it. Here we go. Yeah, okay, here we go. In theory, all the things are here. I'm trying to... It's somewhat responsive. Again, I'm not sure where the links went. We'll get to that maybe. And let's see. Inspect. Magical headline. Okay, I believe I put that as a H1. Okay, there's the H1, and then there's a div inside the H1. Data paragraph, spacing, data list. Okay, this is not like, there's a bunch of divs with weird classes. Of course, there needs to be some sort of automatic stuff right there, but this is not necessarily pretty. So we have kind of like section. We have, what is this? It's like the layout. Then we have the image wrap, not image, text wrapper, another one, H1, a div inside the H1. And why my E is in a separate span? I'm not sure. How about the other sections? I'm just gonna... Yeah. Oh yeah, and the image. Is the image. So it seems to have different sizes of this image. Yeah, that's a good thing. Just, there's a bunch of things. And this is a weird layout. Okay, let's do a lighthouse test. Okay, performance 100. That's a something. Of course, we have like one page and nothing at all here, so that's obvious. There's some JavaScript runtime. Okay, I have a Chrome extension. Minify, yeah. Properly size. Yeah, those are PNG files, so it doesn't compress those. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. But of course, the structure is not necessarily beautiful, but how could it be? I'm not sure. Okay, let's go back to Figma and see what we can do. Okay, connect domain. I could add a... Will it give us some DNS settings? Okay. Yeah, some verification and a CNAME record. That's actually quite simple. Yeah. I'm in the settings right now, and here I can see the general, like page title, meta description, settings, language tag, like open graph image, I believe. General settings, language, favicon, start of head. End of head. So yeah, the custom code stuff are in there. Could we add? Well, we can add embed. So I believe that way we can add code to one page at a time. Okay, let's make another page and it comes there. Let's say it's services. Yeah, it did not. How about here? So yeah, it already turned it into a URL or slug. And now I do not have like any screen sizes right here. Even the desktop primary is just desktop. So let's add those. I'm getting to the custom one. Let's add a custom name. It's big. Let's go bigger. Like that. Okay. Yeah, now we have big 440 plus, and now the primary is with that range. Okay, let's add something here. Let's add a whole page. Article, not an article. Yeah, the CMS thing is just coming, or in a state of coming, so it's not available yet. But that's of course a must-have if you want to do a website platform. Here's our landing page. It creates everything right there. And yeah, the bigger size seems to work well. How about our navigation? So this is primary. I'm just gonna make a small edit so that we can see if it can like trickle down or be connected to the other pages. So select matching, create components on canvas to use instances in a web page. So yeah, I guess I cannot create components right here. What if I copy this? Let's have another. Yeah, here we go. But I believe I have three. All the headers, like all the sizes right here. Let's make this into a component. Let's add a order layout. Let's say like that. Did it break them? Grid. Okay, there's grid also. So that's another new feature. But why is this not like working? The first header is Well, that's better, but why are they in this order? That's first. I wouldn't say that is the first. Okay. Well, anyways, let's see what happens if I copy this and paste it back here. Yeah. Did not exactly work. I'm wondering, should I somehow name these? Those are like filling. Yeah, the white, it's filling. Or should I have this as a... Oh yeah, I should have this as like... what are those variables, instances? Okay, so we have one component. Let's add... It's been a while since I've... Variant. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Default. Okay, that's... Default is... Yeah. Here we go, desktop. You should be tablet. And I'm just going to paste in, and I'm going to delete that one, and same with this one. No need for primary tablet. Okay, let's try now. Yeah. So where's my layers? I believe those are on top of everything. Yeah, they are not on the right layer. Let's try this one. For some reason, here we go. And why are you still like that? Maybe I should just paste a instance. It's a header. Let's take that header away. Paste a component. Okay, now that's way back down there. Here we go. That weirdly works, but it doesn't. No, it does. Actually, that does too, but yeah, it does not. So I probably have field container. Is that better? Yeah, I fixed the mobile, but did not fix the tablet. So there's something weird in the tablet thing. Are there any fixed fill menu fill? Okay, that's better. So yeah, this is a component, but I'm wondering if I could just make this fixed. Yeah, that's better. That kind of works. But if I wanted a hamburger menu, do I need to build it on the canvas? Can I just have something ready made, or yeah, where do I fix that? Let's go to the interactions. So I have a button. There's a hover effect. Okay, shrink. I want to see that. Yeah, there's a small little hover effect. Change to, back, scroll to, conditional. So yeah, that's a anchor link conditional. What is this conditional to what? Okay, variables on click. So that's a trigger while hovering, while pressing keypad. Mouse enter, mouse leave, mouse down, mouse up. Have to play quite a few triggers, but change to back, yeah. Action. Oh, here's the condition. String number. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm not sure what I would do with this. Maybe if I am on the certain page, this would have a different like behavior. Or if I'm logged in, well, there are no member functions yet, but yeah, someone would probably figure out something creative to do with that. It's a variable. I have had trouble with the word variable because I pronounced it variable. Okay, reveal, scroll parallax, scroll transform, custom cursor, marquee, and play spin, draggable, mouse parallax. Okay, so those are quite fun. Let's try some other. Let's do some reveals to the cards. Reveal, trigger in view, fade in. Let's slide from bottom. Yep, that's good. Do you have to do this one by one? Probably. Slide in. Not that one. scroll behavior, horizontal, vertical, both directions. So yeah, that's probably the like overflow. Okay, let's see. Okay, there they come. How about one by one? Yeah. Okay, what if I have a, I'm going to delete that because it bothers me. What if I have a ready-made section? Let's find a section here. I'm just going to find something that I can use. Okay, I'm just gonna go here. So this is one of my actual works. I'm gonna just copy a section from here and try how it works in the site canvas, something like that. Nothing special, just let's start with the FAQ section. I'm gonna paste it on the there, and yeah, it clearly does not like have anything to it, so it just pastes it into every screen size. And now if I want to edit this, I can, but there are nothing like smart about that. I guess if I had a component that had a screen sizes like what we did with the nav bar, it could work better. Okay, what if I want to make it a bit smaller? Here we go. What about this one? Actually, this is quite easy. And now I have another font right there. I wonder how it manages the fonts. Okay, now we have a DNS not verified. Yeah, that's because I added the custom domain, remove connected. Yeah. Let's publish this. One issue, detach vector variables. Could you pinpoint me to that place? Home. Zoom to section, yeah. Oh, those. Oh yeah, that is I guess some sort of well, no, it isn't. Yeah, I wondered if it's a component, but it's not. It is just a vector. So what's so hard about that? Attaching variables to vectors isn't currently supported. Detach. Okay. Oh, let's publish. And let's see, did I have it open? Yeah, I did. Still our nav bar is not on the right place. There's not the thumb image right here. And I believe there is not a link that I believe I added a link to that. Okay, we'll have to check that out. What did I do? Okay, here we go. It kind of works. For some reason, there's some white margins right there. It's probably the fixed width issue. Yeah. Okay, let's check those other things. So this is not centered. Okay, clearly it was not centered. And this button does not have a link. That did I add it to that? Let's add it there. Here we go. Publish again. Update. Come on, here we go. So that didn't fix. That works. For some reason, I do not see the direction where it goes. Let's see. And where is the link? It's there. So it's a div. It could be a or button. I did not get to choose those, I believe. Yeah, the link works. Let's check that one more time. It's a link. Accessibility. Okay, now we have label area label. Div article. Yeah, that's not a tag for a link. That could be a quite easy addition, I believe. We have a place for the label. Okay, yeah. It's probably hog. No, I wanted to fill, but there's no fill option. About percentages not working. Can I put a? Yeah, I cannot. Fill container. So should I make a bigger screen size in this case? Because my works in a certain place. Maybe. Let's try that one. Come on. Oh, yeah. Wrong way. Okay, now they are overlapping. Yeah, we can see this. And still, there's the menu. I want to add a max width. For some reason now I can't. Yeah, this is just me probably being bad with Figma, but yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So it's centered. That's again full. This is fill. This is fixed hug components. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit weird change, but for some reason I didn't find a max or min width right here. But I could, I guess, make this as a nav. What if I wanted to make, okay, there's buttons, this a list element. Are there any list elements aside? Header, main, actually this might be the nav, I'm not sure. But yeah, there are no list elements that I know of. Why are why are they like that? Could I just keep adding custom? I guess I could. For some reason, these are going vertical. Could I put this as a field container? Yeah, that's better. Yeah. This is definitely something. Let's say it like that. Yeah, I'm not probably gonna bore you with more things. If you have watched this far, you should try it out yourself. And I'll be waiting to see what other people think of this. Yeah, you are of course interested. Do I feel like this will replace Framer and maybe even Webflow? Well, at this time there are clear, like well, not so many bugs, but clear things that it needs to have, like the CMS that is coming, and some accessibility features, and maybe some UI. Of course, it might be just me not figuring the things out. I didn't even try to Google those things, so let's be fair, it might be just me. But I feel like this could be handy for people who already use Figma as the main tool and just wanna do a portfolio site with it, will the big companies like adapt this or try to use this? Maybe at first for the landing pages. It's always the same like progression. If you publish a new website platform, you start with the simple landing pages and try to like build up from there to bigger sites. The things that I am missing here is, of course, the language features, like the translations. What if I have multiple uh, locales in the page? Well, then I could, of course, do like a static pages. Actually, I wonder if there are like folders or structures. Can I do a folder here? Let's see. Let's check that one out. Here we go. So I have a plus. Can I do a... No, that's just a page. I can copy URL, copy link to web page, rename, duplicate, copy, delete, set as a home page. Plus embeds. Okay, I'm curious what the embed would look like. Okay, how can I edit the embed? URL, HTML, right there. Yeah, nothing special there. But yeah, do I get to add like folders if I have, let's say, static service pages in a folder that is called services? I do not find a place for that. What about search? What is this? Find. I'm not gonna find anything. Show all layers, yeah. Again, that's probably quite easy thing to add. Not a huge feature, as this is still in beta. But yeah, this is a good starting point for sure. Maybe Framer should be a bit more scared, because Framer's idea is that it's so close to Figma, it feels like home, and you can do quite cool stuff there without like extensive figuring out of things. Like in the Webflow, there's a quite steep learning curve, but it's closer to coding, so you can like do more advanced stuff right there. Okay, one more thing I wanna try out. Let's see, whole screen. Do the AI features work in here? So there's the make. Make is coming soon. Okay, you can write code. But if I wanna add something here, there's just remove background, make an image, place an image. That is actually very handy, the remove background. I have used it a lot. So let's try here. Could I make an image, edit image, add direction, replace content, rename layers? Yeah, I didn't find any like building related. Add interactions, first draft. Okay, pricing section. Yeah, it's a basic site. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, yeah, quite cool. It seems to build a complete page. Oh, it gives me some options. Let's go with that. It's a bit weird. The structure is a bit weird. Okay. So we have a container right there, header. Let's take the first section and paste it in here. Quite good. Hot content. Why does it not give me? You should be auto layout 2. Downwards. Here we go. Fill. Price cards. Those are already in auto layout. Yeah. Okay, this could be quite easy to just add quick stuff, especially if the AI first draft builder does something not so general. So if you get like actual good things, and especially if the AI could like check out your other designs, so what you have done this far, and then like generate something based on that. But yeah, I guess why it couldn't be built into the actual site builder. Okay, now that I have something here, I can replace content, translate, rewrite. Okay, I'm gonna try again the last the closing comments. I think that this is like quite powerful, quite like exciting. It's nowhere near finished, and people are just getting their hands to it and trying it out. So it will take time for it to be a like serious contender, but it's a good starting point. And with the pace everything is developing nowadays, yeah, we definitely need to keep an eye on that. So yeah, I think that is about it. I will close this stream right here. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below and maybe even consider subscribing. That would mean the world to me. So yeah, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.